Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the HarlequinCoHO Invitational Tournament, Round of 8. This is Game 2 between AirTaylor and CryptoN, and as it is the second game of the match, both players will be swapping to their alternate factions. CryptoN got to choose this map, and the map is, of course, Semois, so let's get this started here. In the upper right position, you will see AirTaylor is playing as Taste My Flare, his Blitzkrieg commander. He has Infantry Pillage, Flares, Stormtroopers, and Manpower Blitz. On the opposite side of the map, CryptoN is playing as Johnny Crypto, which is his infantry commander. You will see here he has forward barracks, camouflage, ranger reinforcements, infantry attrition, and artillery strike. A lot of really good, powerful infantry abilities there. So looks like he's getting his barracks up right away, and the same thing is true for AirTaylor up here. So in the meanwhile, it looks like AirTaylor also went and got his field pioneers out there. They are level 3, and check it out, before even capping this point, he's going to go ahead and put down a crippling trap, it looks like. Yep, crippling trap right in front of the point there, and now he's going to resume capturing that fuel depot. So pretty much similar caps going on right now on both sides. By the way, note that CryptoN's engineers have Minesweeper detection radius 50%, 20% cap rate, and large health regeneration bonus. His first engineer squad is now moving up to the top of this hill to cap this munitions point, much like AirTaylor's pioneers are doing. So very symmetrical capture points right now at this time, and looks like just kind of moving on out and capping things up. I would like to take this opportunity, by the way, to give a shout out to ZenMagnets.com, who are, of course, providing prizes to the top 4 players of this tournament. If you guys enjoy this tournament and like the games that it has produced thus far, please stop by their website, say hello, and thank them for just, you know, supporting the Coho community in general, because, man, those guys are cool. Anyhow, you can see it looks like AirTaylor has his first squad of Volksgrenadiers on the field. They are now capping this crucial strategic point out in front of their base. You'll notice, by the way, and I'm going to take a look at the mini-map right now, you notice, by the way, that both bases have these little narrow bridges that lead into them kind of as their front doors, and then they also have kind of a wider back door. You'll see, by the way, there are a few other asymmetrical aspects of this map, but more or less about the same thing. So these strategic points in front of the base, very important. Meanwhile, if we look down here and check out what CryptoN is up to, you'll see that his slow start was because he did get Gladiator Riflemen. They do cost a little bit more than normal Riflemen, but are, at least in my humble opinion, a lot better. They have hand grenades, sticky bombs, they can sprint, they have elite armor, all that sort of thing. And so now he's just kind of spreading his units out and capping on the left-hand side. It looks like his engineers on the right-hand side are just kind of poking up, but encountering a little bit of fire here from AirTaylor's just initial Volksgrenadier squad, and it looks like they're going to tastefully back out. You can see as they cross this bridge, they have that exposed armor. Just kind of no cover whatsoever in the middle of the bridge, but just kind of stabbing outwards here. You can see these Gladiator Riflemen actually starting to go kind of deep into AirTaylor's territory here. AirTaylor's field pioneers are just capping this second fuel point, and now they are coming under fire from the Gladiator Riflemen. Gladiator Riflemen just do a lot of damage. They have no trouble dispatching 2 pioneers early on, so these pioneers are going to have to get out of here. Meanwhile, you can see it looks like his Volksgrenadiers just capped this other fuel point here on this little sort of pseudo-island position. Gladiator Rifleman looks like gave up chase as the Pioneers decided to retreat. And it looks like Johnny Crypto is now capping this munitions point in center. So he's kind of got his units first in the middle here, but it looks like neither player was in too much of a hurry to get in here. Although Fatherland HMG team is already here for AirTaylor. Fatherland HMG team now spraying this area down with bolts. It looks like suppressing them a little bit. Will they be able to crawl away without taking too much damage? And it looks like they have just barely made it out of the range of that heavy machine gun team. So gonna have to find an alternate path there. Meanwhile, down here on the south side, we can see that these engineers are just kind of out of stuff to do at the meantime, and it looks like these Volksgrenadiers here went ahead and just barbed wired off this whole bridge, but that doesn't really matter. Obviously, engineers come well equipped to deal with this situation, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and snip their way through this barbed wire and then potentially threaten some of these capture points here. Up towards the middle, you can see that these Volksgrenadiers ran into the graveyard, took some heavy cover here behind this green heavy cover in the graveyard. Meanwhile, the riflemen here on the left just kind of exchanging fire at a relatively long range. Gladiators now, totally pinned, trying to cap this fuel point now, going even deeper into territory, getting pinned by that little crippling trap that had been left there. and now these guys just kind of fighting back and forth. I like, by the way, that even bullets deform the terrain a little bit. You can see these barrels here got all shot up because of that little gunfight there. I always think that's kind of cool. Meanwhile, we can see the close combat Volksgrenadiers, level 3, are out for AirTaylor and have gone ahead and just kind of barbed wired off this little area, just kind of restricting movement ever so slightly. Engineers from CryptoN now laying some mines. This is a really annoying place to lay mines. Anybody coming down here to recap this is definitely going to get hit there, but it looks like he sees the Philo and HMG team setting up across the river and decides to cancel building that, and just in time too, because he was just about to get pincered by a bunch of Volksgrenadiers, just kind of retreating away here now. So looks like he's not going to even bother with that, but just kind of forcing AirTaylor's Pioneers have to deal with that. Meanwhile, it looks like CryptoN has gone ahead and just grabbed this forward building. This is a really aggressive stance to be taking right now. He's just kind of going to be putting a lot of pressure on any units that try to come out of this front door. Close combat Volksgrenadiers will definitely be able to help out AirTaylor with taking out this building. So we'll have to see how that's going to go. And it looks like we do have Browning automatic rifles researching right now for Johnny Crypto. Johnny Crypto, by the way, has got 4 riflemen on the field right now and 2 engineers, one of which has a flamethrower. I believe that engineer is up here at this point in time. Gladiator rifleman now trying to decap this fuel point. You can see getting into a little bit of a skirmish with these Volksgrenadiers, but just kind of holding their ground, decapping that fuel point. So serious fuel control going on right now for CryptoN. CryptoN kind of backing away a little bit, getting what he wanted to do done. Now you can see that the riflemen here have progressed through the center, decapping this fuel point once again. So seriously bad fuel situation going on right now for Taste My Flare. And it looks like CryptoN right now coming in from all angles. Check out a little bit of flanking going on here. He is occupying both buildings on this intersection right now. Looks like these Volksgrenadiers are just caught in the crossfire between all this Browning automatic rifle fire, and man, they take a lot of casualties. Meanwhile, the flamethrower engineers come in, putting tons of pressure onto that heavy machine gun team, and it looks like, man, and even more riflemen now coming up from the south, scaring away the rest of those Pioneers, and for the time being, what with all the retreating that just happened, and check this out, the engineers even setting up landmines while the rest of these riflemen captured this crucial strategic point. It looks like CryptoN has got total control of this entire central strip right now. That is a really bad opening for AirTaylor. AirTaylor has got to be worried now. He has pretty much an uphill battle to fight unless he decides to flank around on the left-hand side of the map. Looks like all the rest of his troops are now coming back out here. He's reinforcing close combat Volksgrenadiers. Looks like he does have a Krieg barracks up. Most likely, let's take a look here at Taste My Flare. Taste My Flare has got, he does have Grenadiers coming. No, not Grenadiers. He has got a mortar team coming out right now. So mortar team coming out to try and back him up, perhaps to get him some, get him control over the earlier losses that he suffered in the middle here. So it looks like riflemen now just doing really annoying stuff here, decapping all of these points, and the rest of the riflemen just kind of setting themselves up in the middle. Looks like minesweepers, however, were out for AirTaylor, so no problem there with the mines that it looks like he left for him. And he does have this very wounded Volksgrenadier squad up here in the upper left trying to cap this munitions point. So stabbing out, it looks like AirTaylor could get himself back into this game, but we do have a bunch of camouflaged riflemen now. 5 camouflaged riflemen kind of wounded. Flamethrower engineers prowling around in the center. We'll have to see what's going to happen here. But Johnny CryptoN has just got units everywhere. It's kind of hard to keep track of them. It looks like a little bit of a retreat going on over there on the left. Meanwhile, riflemen on this side. Riflemen breaking camo, popping out, and just immediately... Wow, it looks like they totally killed that Pioneer squad, actually. Wow. Oh, no, sorry. Did a lot of damage there, but look at this heavy machine gun team now setting up, trying to provide some cover for AirTaylor's units. AirTaylor now looks like he's going to stab backwards into the center. We do have riflemen here for Johnny CryptoN. Johnny CryptoN's got nice green cover set up behind this wall, but he is, of course, fighting like quite a lot of squads here. He's got 2 squads, field pioneers, and a heavy machine gun team moving in. But no, he also has a slight flank right now, popping out a camouflage, Browning automatic rifle, absolutely taking out that single pioneer squad. Looks like the first squad of riflemen having to retreat, but just kind of continue the fight here on the opposite side of the street. So lots of action going on here early game. Flamethrower engineers still kind of lying in wait there for CryptoN. Meanwhile, he does have a second squad of riflemen here that could also get back into the fray. AirTaylor sending his close combat Volks in. trying to get some damage done there. And no, it looks like this Volksgrenadier squad found a landmine that had been left over from CryptoN's earlier excursion into that territory there. But no, we do have, it looks like a single mortar shot landing on top of these riflemen, doing a ton of damage. This mortar team, yes, with 3 kills, but no, check it out. Riflemen still coming from all angles right now. I bet AirTaylor is a little bit confused with just the sudden incursion of riflemen in this area. Looks like putting some serious pressure on this mortar team. Mortar team retreating. If it takes another casualty, it'll be dead. And it looks like they do get out of there on time. Now the riflemen moving up once again, putting a lot of pressure, even trying to cap this under fire. That's a dangerous move there. He's taking a single casualty, taking another one. I really wouldn't risk capping that, but taking yet another casualty, and now he's going to have to retreat. That was a little bit unfortunate there, but it looks like the close combat Volksgrenadiers managing to cap the center point now while that was happening. And we do have some Grenadiers in the field right now for Taste My Flare, capping the second victory point. So the score right now is 500 CryptoN to 380 AirTaylor. AirTaylor now just getting back in the game. Ouch! Single flamethrower engineer getting killed right there by that little bit of crossfire. Gladiator rifleman now getting back into the fray, inflicting some casualties as they just kind of drive by, charging this heavy machine gun team in this building, throwing a hand grenade right into the window, getting a single kill. Now we have just a nice looking crossfire right now. Gladiator rifleman and regular rifleman just kind of firing away at this building. Looks like the 5-line HMG team going to have to retreat, taking a single casualty, taking a second casualty. The whole rifleman, the whole heavy machine gun team squad is just completely taken out. Really, really brutal central control going on here right now. You can see riflemen just all over the place. Camouflage, even camouflaging for a second and then capping that point regardless. Looks like these Grenadiers have almost captured this munitions point on the right-hand side, but really no control left whatsoever. AirTaylor is in dire, dire straits at this point in the game right now. He is basically trapped in his base, 2 capped right now, threatening a 3 cap, and it looks like Taste My Flare is calling good game. Could it possibly be? Fighting still going on in the center here. The replay is not over yet, but man, check this out. Johnny Crypto saying good game as well. Perhaps AirTaylor is just kind of thinking about what's going on. Perhaps he's just trying to feign a good game. We'll have to see exactly what he's going to do here, but man, really, really strong central control from Johnny CryptoN, and it looks like not only did he win a tactical victory and a strategic victory, but he won a psychological victory because AirTaylor definitely damaged by this loss here. So looks like that's going to be the end of Game 2, and we're going to go ahead and move on to Game 3 between CryptoN and AirTaylor. Man, that was a quick game here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, shout out to ZenMagnets.com and stay tuned for Game 3.